Hi guys, I'm back up here with another daily motivational message for the collective. Remember, all messages are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me, we can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as going to drop a comment down below, let it hear from you guys to start the discussion, as well as just going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So I got one message here for the overall message here from one card from the what is it, Four Noble Agreements here to start this message out, kind of the foundation of this message. And I got four cards from the what is this, Energy Oracle here to really clarify that message, okay? So let's go and get it popping, okay? All right, so the message is learn to ask questions, okay? It is always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. Okay, so what's being said in these moments in time, you can really apply this to any part of your life, right? This is that type of energy here, if we want to use it more for a motivational message here. When it comes to your dreams and admirations and things that you're trying to manifest in life, right? You're going to have to put a plan together, right? Brainstorm, right? This is that type of energy. If I can give an example of what this energy is back in the day, I used to own a Prius, right? And that's the first hybrid kind of car I've ever had, right? Where I had to learn about that car, right? I used to when little hiccups happen and things of that nature, I would really look up and really invest in the time to learn how to fix my own car, right? So to a point now that if those hiccups, if I run into those hiccups, I'll be able to fix it, right? This is that type of energy. It's funny, me even saying that, but it's true, right? This is that type of energy here for the collective, right? Whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have to do research on, right? This is that type of energy here. You're going to have every kind of scenario from A to Z, right? This is that type of energy if we really think about it from that perspective, right? And when you really look into whatever you're trying to look into, this is that type of energy here where you can, how can I put it? You can learn where you can really learn about what you're trying to do. Right, this is that type of energy at these moments in time here. This is that type of energy here. If I can use an example, I've been once again, y'all know I've been reading the book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me, right? There's this particular part that I'm at right now where he talks about when he ran his first marathon, right? When he ran his first marathon, he just fucking showed up, right? He just fucking showed up and just ran it, thinking that since he's been through 3 hell weeks that he can fucking pull that shit off. It was like a marathon that he had to run for 24 hours or something like that, right? This is that type of energy here where he didn't do any research based on any training, nothing. He just fucking showed up, right? This is that type of energy here. And as of right now, it's not looking too good, right? Within the book right now, right? So with this type of energy here, before you even attempt to do anything, it goes back to that ideology, to that mindset, really asking, really understanding what you are truly getting into, right? Before you even commit to something, right? This is that type of energy when it comes to learn to ask questions here. You're going to have to really ask yourself, are you really committed to moving in this direction and setbacks, all these disadvantages that you have with whatever you're trying to get, okay? And another thing that that's coming to mind that I've learned, right, so far is that thanks to David Goggins, right, we set these goals for ourselves. He talked about setting these goals for ourselves, and we see the victory of these goals, right? But we do not take the time to see like the obstacles to even get there, right? This is that type of energy. We may see ourselves, for example, let's say you want to be a doctor or something like that, right? You see yourself being a doctor, the success after accomplishing being a doctor, but you do not see the time, energy, and resources that you have to put in to become a fucking doctor, right? This is that type of energy. Or for example, for me, would be becoming a nurse. I've seen like I can do that. That's something that I wanted to do, but I didn't analyze and really come into awareness and visualize the hell I had to go through, right, to even make it through that shit, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. It took a lot of time, energy, and resources. And this is that type of energy when it comes to committing to goals. You're going to have to brainstorm. You're going to have to know that motherfucker from A to Z, right? Well, and make a decision in your heart wholeheartedly. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy as you're going on your journey, as you're moving forward, right? It's going to require, especially when you're experiencing these different type of things, right? It's going to require you to have to sit back and go within self and ask yourself a couple questions, right? Ask yourself a couple things to move forward and be very 100% honest with oneself, especially if you're looking at adversity or experiencing some hiccups in your life, right? You're going to have to be very transparent with yourself, right? Sorry, guys. So you can let go of things that are no longer serving you. Because if you guys can really see in this card, this woman's holding bags and bags and things of that nature. So what I'm seeing here is like baggage, right? This is that type of energy where you're going right now. It's going to require you to be light. Like I always talk about, you're going to have to be light fucking with God. God can't really work with you heavy, right? You being weighed down, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. So you're going to have to make a decision, right? Because I feel like a lot of us, once again, may be in limbo about the certain things that we want to do because of the lack of asking them questions and gaining those answers from them questions. Because it said here, right? It said, have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Right? I repeat that shit for motherfuckers in the back in case y'all ain't hear me. It says, have the courage to ask questions until you are clear as you can be. So that being said, before you even fucking move forward, you're going to have a clear vision, answer to what you're doing. Right? Because the number one thing that fucking David Goggins always talks about is you're going to have to ask them why questions. If you can't fucking answer them why questions, you're going to fucking give up, dude. You're going to fucking give up, bro. And you're going to not finish strong with your commitments to your goals and shit like that, right? So this is that type of energy. I had this exact moment yesterday, y'all. I had this exact same moment yesterday where I was so tempted to give up on these readings, on everything, on this routine and things. I've been battling with that energy here. But before I even started this shit, I thought about every possible scenario from A to Z. I asked those questions until I was clear enough to know the fucking answer. So when I get in a situation, right, where I'm tempted, I can answer that question and keep keep going. I can answer the why questions. This is that type of energy, being able to answer those why questions. And being in that space of brainstorming is so important so you can find the fucking answers to those why questions. Right? Right. Let's keep moving forward. Because that's why we're in this indecision space. It's putting us, having us all tied up, kind of in this energy of in limbo, right? This is that type of energy in limbo, right? This is that type of energy really understanding what you're getting yourself into. 3, 4, 5. There's 5, so there's change happening. So that being said, with this change, it's going to put you in a space of, I guess, feeling uncomfortable, right? But within that space on this journey, you're going to feel hella uncomfortable all the fucking time. God's going to make you feel uncomfortable to stretch your motherfucking ass, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here where you are going to be put in situations that are foreign to you to make you more versatile, especially if you ask God if you want something. Right. Let's say you ask God for more patience, right? God is going to put you in a position where you're going to have to, it requires you to be more patient, right? You ask God for, hey, I need some understanding on something, right? God is going to deliver that understanding, and that understanding may not be in the way that you want to see it, right? But you're going to get that understanding, right? Because God, you know what God is? If I can give you an example of what God is, right? And it's funny, and if you're watching this, I love you. To my aunt, right? To my aunt on my mom's side, right? Where she kind of holds everybody accountable, right? She holds everybody accountable. And it's that type of energy here, like, how can I put this in words in the best way? It's like, she holds everybody accountable. So that being said, this is that type of energy. You want something, go get it. Type of energy, very direct with you, I guess to say. I feel like those are not even the best words that I'm trying to describe the situation as, but that's what's coming up to me right now. And it's like, this is that type of energy. God is that type of person. Like, let's say you want something, right? Let's say you want a glass of, I don't know, fucking like God got a glass of fucking lemonade out the fridge or some shit like that, and God asks you, do you want some of this lemonade? And it's like, yeah, I do want some of that, right? And then you're expecting that God's going to pour you a glass of lemonade. But it's like, nah, God sits the container down and be like, okay, go and fix you a glass of lemonade. It's like, oh shit, I thought you was... You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy here at these moments in time where it's like God's going to make you kind of do the footwork. But God is going to give you what you need, but you're going to have to do the footwork, right? This is that type of energy, if that makes sense, okay? Yeah. With the card Storm Warning. Okay, this goes back to what we've been talking about in this message the whole time. About truly understanding what you're getting into before you get into it. We've already had this type of reading before, but it's being amplified. Going back to asking them questions, being able to answer those why questions. Are you going to be able, because most times we set goals for ourselves and we do not see the storm that we have to go through to even achieve those goals. All we see is just achieving the goal. Right? This is that type of energy, being able to see what you may encounter on the journey of getting to this goal, getting to this point, getting to this quote unquote destination, right? And we know once we make it to our destination, we're going to have to automatically have another goal set or another obstacle set so we can constantly keep that momentum, right? Right. So to wrap this message up, it's about us asking these questions, right? Having the courage to ask questions until you are clear as you can be so you can move forward, right? This is that type of energy when it comes to where you're trying to go, okay? All right, I think we're going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? Drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys to start the discussion. As well as just going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? I want you guys to have a good day and bye-bye.